What's up, everybody? To another. Fuck.
Whoa.
I gotta start over.
That was no. Keep that. That's gold.
I have to
Hey,
start
everybody!
over.
Welcome to Not Today with Eddie Pence and Jen Sturger.
Dude.
See, I picked it up and went.
My brain is just done. I still have anesthesia brain. Are we gonna really keep that?
Absolutely.
God damn it! I
People
don't want
love
to.
that. They
You know
love
what?
real.
Fine. It's a segue. It's a real good segue into the nervous breakdown that I'm having in my life
See,
right
and
now,
that's
Eddie.
it's driving you crazy. We have to keep that intro.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm such a perfectionist. I hate it. I hate it so hard. I'm Jen Sturger, I think. I don't know. What is life? What is life? So last night, I texted Eddie in the middle of the night and I was like, Eddie, I'm scared. I have a problem. If those of you that don't know, I recently got diagnosed with ADHD. I had no idea. I had no idea I had it, to which everyone in my life said, okay. Like literally everyone
Really?
I told, they were like,
of course.
That tracks.
You just found out?
Yeah, that tracks, Jen. We've known for, they were like, oh, honey.
We've all known
Oh, honey.
for a while.
But so I saw this video on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, do you have this symptom? Do you have this? How do you feel about this? And I was like, check.
Check.
And then I scrolled down and I looked at what the video is about.
Right.
And it's about autism.
Oh. So they surprise you at the end like, hey, you're autistic.
Hey, you might be. You should get tested.
What a sneaky way to trick you into taking an autism test.
So the only thing that I have ever been tested for is the ADHD.
Right.
And being gifted, as far as I know. And obviously I was gifted, but also Florida.
Special.
Yeah, exactly. Florida.
Yeah.
You know?
You're Florida gifted.
Yeah, I'm Florida gifted, which is just really...
Which is remedial.
I hate you so much.
It's everywhere else remedial.
Oh. So I took 5 tests because I was like, the first one came back and it literally said, there's a strong possibility you may have autism.
Is that the one you sent me to take?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did yours come back as? You're my control unit.
Because I get this text from you, take this autism test. I'm like, why? Why would I take an autism test? She's like, just do it. I'm like, all right. So I took mine. Mine says, based on your answers, you experience very few signs of autism and are probably not autistic.
Mine literally says there's a strong possibility that you are autistic. So I took 3 more tests.
You got a 23 out of whatever that is that test says. I got a 10.
No. Wait.
Yours says 23. Your number says 23. I got a 10 on mine.
Oh, there were a couple of different tests that I took.
Right.
One was to talk about what part of the spectrum that I experience.
Yeah, you showed me the pinwheel of your emotions.
Yeah, there's a pinwheel. Oh, it's not emotions, okay? The things that I struggle with are...
Noise sensitivity. Yeah.
Yes.
Got that.
We've all known that
for a long time.
Which is honestly why my marriage ended. I was like, can you not use that voice? He's like, it's the only one I have. And I'm like, well, this isn't going to work.
Right.
No, but I have really bad noise sensitivity, really bad light sensitivity, like, which is crazy considering some of the environments that I've worked in.
Yeah.
But part of me wonders, like, is that why sometimes I would struggle with performing in those type of venues? Or is there something about, like, I've just kind of adapted
because you never knew you had it, so you just sort of like, well, this is how I have to deal with life.
Exactly. But I did start wearing like earplugs. I wear earplugs a lot. People don't even realize it. I have really tiny ones, and they're clear, so people can't tell that I'm wearing them. But it's literally just to like tamp down life, right?
So you're not ignoring people; you just can't hear them.
No, I hear them just fine. I hear them way too fine. But I do have trouble hearing out of one ear, but it's because it's literally damaged.
Right.
The other is fixations.
Okay.
And that's like, I will get locked in on something.
Really? I've never noticed that about you.
Really?
No.
Oh, some people have, and they make a lot of comments about it. What? What are you looking at, funny Mark?
I've never noticed the fixations.
Really?
No.
Are you being nice right now?
No, I really haven't.
Okay.
I've noticed it's the noise sensitivity.
Yeah.
And then
anxiety.
I've noticed that.
My anxiety's awful.
Yes. But I've never noticed, because the 3 things that look really spiked on this chart says fixations, noise sensitivity, and anxiety. But I never noticed fixations. Like what sort of fixations do you get?
I become experts at things very quickly. Like if I'm interested in something,
like a true expert, or like I just think I know everything.
I'm pretty good at it, actually.
Right.
Yeah, like
I
will. I mean, not like trains. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little.
I love trains.
Not trains.
Trains are the best.
It's not like trains, but like if
trains go choo choo,
I can become an expert on something like that if I'm interested in it. If I'm not interested in it, we're screwed.
Right.
I cannot apply myself to things that I'm not interested in.
I'm like that though.
I know. So like that's one thing. I don't really think it's like the main thing. The noise, it's the sensitivity stuff. But then
that's what I've always noticed about you has been more the sensory perception, sort of sensory issues, not so much like
the world feels like I'm a super villain getting their powers at all times.
Yeah,
you know, like that's probably what people notice in me.
Right. See, because when I think autistic, and I don't have a lot of experience in diagnosing anyone with autism, or like I don't know. I know a couple people with autism, but to me, it's always been sort of poor eye contact stuff, like being emotionally like all over the place.
100%.
But I don't equate that with you.
I grew up working with kids with autism, so I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, because I don't think of you. You're not the typical person with autism that I would think you were.
With women, it presents differently, which is why it goes undiagnosed so long.
Yeah.
And one of the a couple of the questions on the test, like I felt targeted. Like one of
is this a symptom of your autism?
Maybe conspiracy theories about myself. One of them was, do you say things that hurt people's feelings without realizing it? And I was like, all the time.
That's my baseline.
It's truthfully, it is.
That's how I talk to people.
But even when I have people tell me, they're like, you're just really honest. You're really, you don't lie.
No filter.
No filter.
Yeah.
No filter.
You even have that necklace that says no filter.
I do. Yeah. Now it feels very ironic.
Now it's like a medic alert bracelet. That's what it should be.
I hate you. Is she being an asshole?
No,
check her bracelet.
She's got a no filter bracelet on.
So that was one thing. Another was like, do you find it easier to put your thoughts onto paper than you do speaking them? Or like, do you like being on the phone? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I'd rather be in text. I will fight with you in text. I will do everything in text.
I'm that way.
Because I can like slow everything down.
You can organize your thoughts before you put them out there.
And they're like, do you organize things in your house a certain way? And if they're not like that, like your anxiety is really bad. Yeah.
No.
100%.
Yeah. You're
like me in the Container Store. There's got to be a cheaper way to organize your house. That place is just a racket. They're like, we're going to sell you these empty boxes for you to put your shit in and charge you $1 million for them. You're
more just like, get rid of the shit.
I do.
Then you don't have to put stuff in boxes.
I do throw a lot of stuff away for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge hoarder. I'm a minimalist.
See, I can live in clutter.
I'll throw stuff away and then 2 weeks later been like, oh fuck, I threw that away. Because I was like, I didn't think I was gonna need it.
Where's Kevin?
Never.
Oh fuck, I threw him away.
But yeah, I took 5 tests.
Yeah, these are all here.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Really?
You got an 85
I just don't want this
on
to
Embrace
be,
Autism.
I just don't want this to be that type of scenario where everybody fucking knows and doesn't say anything.
Okay, so you got an 85 on the Embrace Autism thing, right? And then it for the threshold for female is 76.4, and you're an 85. So you just blew the doors off. Female. You shattered the male one too. Like the autistic at 77.2. If you score 77.2, you're like right there at autistic, and you're just fucking you're shooting for triple digits. You're at 85. Not bad.
Do I have to get tested for real now? Is it better to not? Is it better to know?
Well, no, it's good.
Or is it better to not know?
It's better. I think it's probably better to know because that way you know how to. There's things you can do to make your life easier.
One of the things they said was you talk to your coworkers.
Yeah.
Like you do your family. Like you have a weird issue with like filtering what is appropriate for the workplace versus what is appropriate for the home.
Right. Again, no filter.
I'm real bad at that.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, I've witnessed it. Thank God, never been on that side of getting the talking to.
Really?
You've been pretty kind to me.
I'm not mean.
No, not mean, but I'm just saying blunt.
It's honest.
Blunt.
It's very blunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never had the blunt talking to from you.
I try. So what are you pulling up right now, Mark? What is this? What is this?
Oh, keep going.
Is this the Good Doctor? Did you put on the fucking Good Doctor?
I'm screen mirroring.
What is this?
Keep going.
He's just watching TV.
He's just, oh, great. I love that he just puts stuff up.
This is driving your autism crazy right now.
It is. I can't focus on lots of things. I can't. But yeah, there were just certain things where I was like, oh, that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like a lot of the things that are telltale signs of it,
yeah,
I've been diagnosed with. One thing is what happens when your schedule changes.
Yeah. Well, you're a regimented person.
Not good.
Yeah.
When I have and listen, my days are different. Like I don't have the same schedule every day.
But you plan them.
But I plan them. Like every minute of my day is
You and
planned.
Tracy are very similar in that aspect.
Yes.
Like our days are always different.
Yes.
But I can't go like midday. Let's go to a movie. Like that would never.
It throws me for a loop.
Yeah.
Like if my flight gets canceled or something, like I've gotten better at it. But like before I was like, oh, I guess I used to catastrophize and I'd be like, I guess that flight got canceled because it was going to crash and I can't get on a new plane. That's literally
because they're all going to crash.
That's literally something that happened because they tried to put me on a small plane and I was like, no, absolutely not. I can't do this. And so
that's going to crash into the bigger plane.
A lot of times it was like, did you do this as a child or as an adult or both? And so that was like another test I took where it was like, did you always do this or is this something new?
Have your symptoms gotten worse over time?
I think, honestly, dude, I think I just am getting tired of fighting it. Does that make sense? Because what other thing is like, I'm always exhausted.
Yeah.
And social interactions exhaust me.
Me too. But I'm just not a social person.
People are always like parties, for example.
Yeah.
I hate parties.
Me too.
I hate parties.
Me too.
I understand them. I understand why they exist. I understand why people enjoy them.
I don't.
I go to them. I say my hell. I will Irish goodbye my own party.
I would love to, but I can't because I'm usually with Tracy.
Oh yeah, and she shuts the place down.
She does the Italian goodbye,
which is what?
Just hang out till everyone's fucking gone.
Offer to clean
and hug everybody 13,000 times.
Try to join the spasmatics,
and then start cleaning up, and then try to join whatever band was there. That's the Italian goodbye.
Mark says, "Get tested. You can wear a special lapel pin,
so people know when they come up to you. Oh, yeah, I don't want to visit Crazy Town today.
That's a thing,
right? I guess, right? To warn people.
It's not a warning.
It's probably a warning for most people to know what they're getting into.
But yeah, there were just a bunch of like things on these tests where I was like, "Oh, that's a thing.
You should get tested.
That's a thing
for real."
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Look, it's not a BuzzFeed test. Like this is I love this pin that Mark put up. It says, "I'm autistic, please be patient." I need to just can I get that tattooed on my lower back?
I'm an asshole. Be patient. That's what it should say. I'm a fucking asshole. Be patient.
But you know what's crazy is one of my favorite shows is Love on the Spectrum. And I love how honest have you ever watched that show?
No.
It's people with autism dating.
Yeah.
And I love watching it because they're so hopeful, but they are so honest.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, this isn't working. And like they cut through all the bullshit.
But do they get offended or upset with each other when
sometimes
when they're honest with each other? Or
sometimes.
are they both like, you're right, like, this isn't working?
They'll be like, oh, she doesn't like dinosaurs. Like that was like a big big problem.
Sure.
It was a big hurdle.
It's ended a lot of relationships. I can see why.
But I love that show because they're just so they're so honest. And I'm like, if they can find love, like there's someone for
there's
everyone.
Hope.
Like it was the show like since the divorce that I have watched the most.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, you got to stay hopeful.
No, you got to stay hopeful, man. You got to stay hopeful.
Oh my God.
You should take the test just so you know, and that way if you can do anything to make your life easier. Because if you are autistic, living the lifestyle that you live of this job of a job that is different every day, there's no regimented schedule to it.
And I literally have to read rooms of people for social cues.
Right. Has to be difficult for anyone with autism. Because normally if you
that's the one thing that I scored really high on is I'm very sensitive to other people's moods and very sensitive to other people's.
Like an empath?
Yeah, but it's called highly sensitive person. I don't know. It's not empath.
Empath sounds cool.
No.
Like an X-Men.
No. It sounds like.
I would go with empath.
Yeah, but I'm right up there. I'm going to get accepted into the X-Men
that's why you should have a
school.
pen that says, fuck off, I'm an empath.
It gets attacked every single week, but I'll go to the X-Men school, sure. But yeah, I'm very sensitive to other people's emotions. Like I either take them on or I'm very like
you feel it,
hyper vigilant of other people's changes.
You're aware.
Oh yeah,
of how someone's feeling.
Yeah, I'm not like going blissfully through life.
Right.
Like that's honestly in comedy the thing that hurts is like if I feel like an audience doesn't like me.
Yeah. And you can feel that in a room. You can feel the group energy in a room.
100%.
And if you're autistic and you take that, or I guess if you're who you are and you take that, that's hard to fight through.
I asked my mom, I was like, they tested me for stuff, right? And she goes, just for being gifted. And I was like, no.
I just did the TB test.
One of the things is, do you work well in groups?
Right.
And I do work well in groups as long as I'm in charge.
Okay, as long as people are doing what I say.
Exactly.
Then I can do group stuff.
Yeah, which is why this works fantastically.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You're Captain Beta.
I'm Delta at this point. Or Gamma. Maybe Gamma.
Oh, what are you Googling?
Don't worry about it.
He goes, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You're driving her nuts right now.
It is so bad. This is my test. I'm failing epically right now. Oh, did you see that? Well, I know you saw it. You sent me that article a couple weeks ago about like the spider twins. Sometimes when you send me articles of like, we should talk about this, I'm like, what's the angle?
There's no angle sometimes. Sometimes there's no angle to it. This is a group. This is twins. I guess they're conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins.
And they have 3 legs.
3 legs. 2.
That's not a spider.
2 arms.
No, 4 arms.
4 arms.
4 arms.
Oh, look, they're shaped like a U.
So it's 3 legs.
Yeah. It's difficult.
4 arms, 1 penis.
Yeah, 1 penis. Shared penis.
Who jerks off?
I guess you take turns.
I'm tired. Can you take over? Can you drive?
I want to see if it feels like someone else doing it.
I mean, there's shows about this.
Yeah.
There's one where I think it's 2 conjoined sisters, Abby and Brittany.
They just married a guy.
One of them got married.
I still don't know how that works.
One of them got married.
I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just don't know how that works.
No. One of them got married and they had to consummate their marriage.
They shared a vagina?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is crazy because the other one feels it.
Right.
But apparently she just like puts on headphones and reads a book.
Right.
So can you just imagine just sitting there like, I've never read a book that good.
Right.
That could distract me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrong one. That's such a
Can you keep it to the right side, please? I feel the left side.
Threesome.
Yes. Right? Well, it's 1 vagina, 1 penis, 3 brains.
Yeah, she just puts her headphones on and reads.
I don't know.
I don't know how anybody could do that.
And wouldn't the other guy feel like, wouldn't the guy feel like a little fucking put off? Like,
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, but like,
what, Mark, you have a mic.
Yes, 100%.
100%. Like you have the one you're in love with.
Yeah.
Is going nuts. Like it's the greatest night of her life.
And the other girl's
and the other one's just fucking flipping through a magazine. You're like, okay. It's the same vagina.
While you're trying to dick down.
Right.
It's like that scene in Beetlejuice where he's on the couch and he touches her leg and he gets slapped from the other side.
Or, and not to get too graphic, but if she goes down to give him fellatio and the other head's right down there.
Oh no.
She's like, what is she doing? What is she doing while she's down there? She's got to be going up and down with her.
I can't.
I don't know how it works.
These are the things that keep me up at night.
And then he's got to be thinking, okay, well, one of them, she's got to be faking because the other one's bored. If it's the same vagina.
It'd be such a mind fuck.
It'd be such a mind fuck. But then again, if they're both going nuts, you're like, holy shit.
Mark says,
I'm
what
magical.
if one of them eats something really spicy?
They're both gonna feel it.
They're both going to feel it.
Oh, you're
Right?
like, you bitch. Why do we have to have the Hooters wings? They're not even good.
Now we're both going to be on the toilet all day.
Because that's crazy. Because if you share a body with somebody, you're beholden to their decisions too.
Right. And vice versa.
And no offense, like I've seen what some people do with their bodies. You know?
We have to talk.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just don't know how it works.
It's like, it's bad enough being in the room with somebody. Like,
You just got to be a throuple at that point.
with other people when they're having sex.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen?
One time in college.
When you're in a room with people and like everybody thinks they're asleep and there's people having sex.
Yeah, one time in college. Well, no one thought they were asleep. We were at a fucking party.
Wait.
We were at a party. In our townhouse was having the place where I lived was having a party. It was four of us. Four of us lived there, and we had people in. We lived in you live in a neighborhood full of college kids.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's a community full of college kids. So you have a party, and you just leave your door open. People come in, go out. You have a keg. People come in and go out.
Get robbed. It's just part of the process.
I did get robbed. I got my wallet stolen.
Ugh.
But there was people laying on the couch just fucking going at it. And
Wait.
people walking in and out.
No.
Yeah.
No. How fucked up were they?
Very fucked up.
That's insane.
Because she was very attractive and he was like, ugh.
You were like, good for him.
Good for him. But you're going to regret this. This is regrettable for you.
I've never been in a room with people before, but I had an audition for a job one time at Playboy TV.
Okay.
And I had a great audition with them. I give good room when it comes to auditions. At least I think. Who knows now? Apparently I don't read social cues for shit. But I think I had a good audition. And then they were like going through like the end questions where they're like, so we're going to do like a travel show and then this and this and this. And we're going to talk about this.
Like fun.
Just cool. Are you cool with people having sex next to you? And I was like, yeah, like next door. I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's like
I live in an apartment.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're thin walls. And they're like, no, like on the couch next to you. And I was like, yeah, hard pass on that. No.
Well, they used to have that show on Playboy TV called like Night Calls or something like that.
This is not that.
It was like
this was like a travel show. Yeah.
Just take the couch around to different places.
It's not West Virginia. They light it on fire for the finale. No, this was like they showed all of the wild. It was like Wild on E, but actually wild.
Wild. Yeah. And so you'd be sitting there doing the ins and the outs.
Yeah, talking about like exactly talking about all the crazy types of sex stuff there is out there.
To
like
do in
all
different
the different
locations,
kinds of kink
and people are fucking right next to you.
100%. Yeah.
Why would anyone care what you're saying if people are having sex right next to you?
I don't think it really mattered. That's why I was like, do you really need a comic for this?
I don't think you need a comic.
I don't think people are going to have the volume on. You know what I mean? I don't at all.
That was weird.
But that's the only time I've ever had something like that happen.
Oh.
There was a guy on my flight recently when I was flying back. I think it was from New York. And it was a long flight because I fell asleep on it.
Right.
And I woke up and he had his tablet out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But he was watching a how-to video on how to jerk off.
Why?
I guess he needed instructions.
Did you watch the video? Did you see what they were? Anything new in the world of jerking off?
I caught a glimpse of it, and I was like, "Does this really need an instructional?"
It's pretty basic, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even own the equipment, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Yeah, this is kind of remedial. So when I woke up and I kind of like came to, I kind of like rustled around, being like, "Turn this off! Oh, stop it!" I hate you. He came to. I hate it here. So what's crazy is he looked like what's his name? Hurley from Lost. Like he looked like the big guy from Lost.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know?
Yeah.
Or the big guy from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Hagrid.
What's Hagrid? Hagrid.
Yeah. Hagrid. Yeah, he looked like Hagrid. He looked like Hagrid.
Oh, Hagrid didn't know how to jerk off.
No, I was like, you're gonna get kicked out of Hogwarts for this.
You will get expelled from Hogwarts for watching these types of videos. There's got to be a
What's
spell
the spell
for this.
to make this go away? Experioso. Oh, it was so bad. I was like, can I ring my flight attendant button?
Just lean out. Excuse me.
Have we just forgotten how to like act around people?
I think so.
Like everyone's just forgotten.
We're regressing as a society for sure.
Like I saw a clip. Well, it was a news clip from I think overseas, like somewhere in Asia, where this guy was fingering a pink Tesla. He got caught fingering a pink Tesla.
Where in the Tesla?
For hours.
But where in the Tesla?
I don't know.
There's no gas port.
It's not I think the charge.
Oh, the charge port?
I don't know.
Okay.
But like he was like
just finger blasting the shit out of this
to
Tesla.
The Tesla, yeah.
Which makes no sense because you get no joy out of finger blasting.
No.
That's usually for the benefit of the other person.
Yeah. And even the Tesla was like, no.
I could see if he put
auto
his
drive, dude. I don't need this.
I don't need you and your
No.
fossil fuels. It's weird because if you put your penis in it,
like, well, dudes just like
that at least
will
makes
dudes
sense.
Just do anything?
What?
Yeah, because you don't even have exhaust on a Tesla.
No. That's why I don't know where you put the fucking fingers.
That was what your pilot was about, wasn't it? Like it was about. Didn't you wrote some web series or something or a show?
I had a web series I was trying to turn into a film
about a porn star
called Tuck Johnson, the professional porn star, and it was about a porn star who had like sort of his star had lost its shine.
Yeah.
And so he made this web series called What Can Tuck Fuck? And so it's just a web series of him going around fucking inanimate objects, hopefully to get back into the good graces of the porn
And you were
industry.
playing Tuck
Yes, I played Tuck.
Johnson?
I played Tuck Johnson. Yes.
What was the weirdest thing that you were like?
I
just imagine these brainstorming sessions.
It was hilarious. We had
who were you working with?
Oh God, I worked with Jack Plotnick, who's a very funny improviser and actor. Whitney Covey from the Goldbergs, she was in it. Kate Flannery, she was in The Office.
Jesus, you had everybody.
It was a fucking massive cast that I somehow wrangled into doing this for me. And I think we were listing off like a ruler, or just sort of like rubbed up against it, a chain link fence, a toaster.
Toaster.
It was funny. It was funny on the set because
that toaster is brave.
It was unplugged, but all the improvisers were just running with it. It was so much fun.
So cool.
It was so fun to we had like 30 minutes of tape of people just naming things that Tuck fucked.
Oh, that's so.
It was so cool.
You
And it
should
didn't go anywhere.
I feel like you should release it. I feel like you should.
I have it. I think it's on my YouTube page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Buried somewhere on my
Go give him
YouTube
some
page.
views, guys. If you want to see what Eddie looks like with
It's
weird.
basically Boogie Nights meets Reno 911 is the premise.
Oh,
And it should have been a show, but it wasn't.
Oh my God. Colton's kind of following in your footsteps of like making films and stuff.
He's become quite the influencer.
It's getting a little out of hand on Instagram. I wasn't going to say anything, but I maybe I'm old. Maybe I just don't understand the references. What was he dancing? First of all, why was he in a suit? And why was
Okay, this is the reason he was in the suit was amazing. He's a freshman in high school.
Is this that government thing you took him to?
No, that was Model UN shit.
Oh,
this was
Jesus. It gets sadder.
Yes. He's in a dual enrollment class in high school as a freshman, which means he's taking college level class as a freshman in high school.
I took those.
He's also getting college credit while he's doing this.
Yeah, I took those.
So he's in it's called African Studies, which is the course he's taking. Right? And so they had this whole report they had to do on slavery and capitalism and how capitalism influenced the slave trade in the 1800s, pre-Civil War, right? And so he did this whole presentation and he titled it The Evils of Capitalism, right? And it's like this PowerPoint presentation, and he decides to go to school and give the presentation in a suit as like the whitest looking person possible. Like, you don't get the irony that you're this white guy in a suit giving a PowerPoint about the ironies of the evils of capitalism. I'm like, didn't understand.
He didn't.
No.
So meta.
But he likes being in his suit. So he does a presentation. It goes really well. And we text him. We're like, hey, Colton, how'd your presentation go? And he sent that video back to us.
Of him dancing?
What he was doing the dance. If you ever seen Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans?
Oh.
When he's possessed by the symbiote, the Venom suit, and he becomes evil Tobey Maguire, and he's in that black suit, and he's like strutting down the street, and he's doing this weird dance in the middle of the street. Yeah, that. Mark knows.
Mark knows it, which is, this is getting sad.
Colton memorized the whole dance sequence because he loves that sequence. And so he had his buddy film him while he was wearing a suit, walking through the school, doing the The fucking
No.
hip grind and everything.
No.
And they posted it.
Does he have a girlfriend yet?
No, he's not going to.
don't
Not
think
at this
so?
rate. Because he's going to wear a suit next week for his Spanish presentation, and he's going to
Is he
film.
just like wearing a suit? Is
He loves
a suit
wearing a
guy?
suit.
Is he a suit? Is this
I think
a
he's a
gimmick?
suit guy.
Is this a gimmick?
No, he likes the suit.
What an opposite of you.
Very opposite of me. But he's going to do the Joker stare dance from the Joker movie.
For what?
I don't know, just to do it so he can post it on his gram
Oh my god.
because he loves that shit.
Is he
I don't
getting
know.
bullied for any of this?
The good thing is he's like almost 6 feet tall and like 220 pounds. So
Oh
it's-
yeah, you're not gonna get bullied.
he's a big kid.
You're not gonna get bullied when you're that
Yeah.
big.
No, he already bench presses like 170 pounds. He's a strong,
Really?
big kid, which saves him a lot. Because if he was a small little kid, yeah, probably
You'd be in trouble.
Yeah, probably. But he's a big kid.
What if he was the bully?
That'd be tough because he's like Lenny from fucking Mice and Men. Like he's gentle giant. I want to love him and squeeze him.
I'll attend the rabbit store.
Yeah. It would be weird. He's never, because he's such a gentle person. He's never been, I mean, he was never been bullied, and he's never been a bully. He doesn't have that in him. So I don't know.
That's lucky.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
That's really lucky.
Very lucky. But I guess if you had to choose, if you want your kid to be bullied or be the bully, I guess you'd want him to be the bully, because then you could teach him
How to
that's
be
wrong. Whereas
I
you're
mean,
bullied,
you
you're
think
sort
you
of
could do that.
traumatized.
bully's got to come from somewhere, dude.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oftentimes when kids are bullies, it's because they're acting out. Like,
Yeah, they want
how many
attention.
times? Yeah, how many times are kids being bullies at school and their parents are good people?
Right.
Like a lot of times when I would go to school and I was getting bullied, when the parents of the bully came in, I'd be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because they're either not showing that child enough attention, or they're fucking bullies themselves.
So I had to bring in my bully to fight their bully.
Mm,
My mom had quite the reputation.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I'm like, don't make me call Carolyn.
You don't want Carolyn up in this bitch.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that he's not like struggling like that.
No, he's good. He's a good kid.
Have you ever
Weirdo, but a good kid.
made him lose like playing a game?
No.
Like playing a game?
No.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Tracy and I had that discussion when he was little.
like, are you afraid that because he doesn't have any siblings. So
No.
it's kind of like you and Tracy are kind of like his peers.
Yeah, when you have a sibling, especially one close in age, you kind of grow up
Yeah.
competing with that sibling, and you win, you lose, whatever.
And at least then there's parity. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
But an only child, yeah, you can take that can go really down the wrong path.
Like if you are the person that like lets their kid win all the games, like they're not going to have any
how to lose.
any semblance of like what actual life is like.
Right. And that life is just a bunch of L's in a row with the occasional W.
Shoots and ladders, buddy.
It's shoots and ladders.
Shoots and ladders. Almost the name of the show.
Almost the name of the show. It was work show. But no, we never taught Colton. We never let Colton win anything.
Never? Not even when he was little?
My mom, his grandmother, would like do that, and I'd be like, "Mom, stop!"
Oh, really?
Because like they would play these games when she would babysit, and I'd come home and like, "Oh my," she would be like, "Oh, Colton won like 12 in a row." I'm like, "Stop! He did not win 12 in a row. Stop it! You're ruining him."
So then you had to like make up for it?
Yeah, and then I would just fucking dominate him in tic-tac-toe. Just
tic-tac-toe?
clean house and tic-tac-toe. Just fucking obliterate him. Make him quit.
Did he cry?
He'd be like, it's not fair. I lost like 7 times in a row. I'm like, yeah, that's life.
He's like, this doesn't happen when I play grandma. You're like, well, grandma's stupid.
Grandma sucks at tic-tac-toe.
Maybe go play grandma then.
Yeah. No,
we play
never.
against a winner.
I would beat him whenever any opportunity I had to beat him. I would beat him.
Even in like, what about sports stuff?
Yeah, everything.
Was his BJJ class? Was that like the first time like he took an L? Like a
physical
hard
L? Yeah.
Like a physical.
Yeah, because I didn't
sport
rough
L.
my kid up.
Yeah.
But like that was the first time, and that was a big shock to him too, because like we talked about that before. His first tournament he won.
Yeah.
He got the gold medal in his weight class. And the second one, he just got fucking destroyed.
Because the kid that he fought's dad had a neck tattoo.
Had fucking 7 neck tattoos. But yeah, like that's life. And that's what you try to teach your kids. Like, you're going to lose. You're going to win some, and that's awesome. Enjoy the moments when you win, because you're going to lose and it's going to suck.
And grandma almost messed it up.
And grandma almost fucked that shit up.
Grandmas get away with stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
They do. Like my grandma, like not my grandma. My grandma was...
But that's what grandmas are for.
Yeah, my grandma was my favorite person.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
they let
mean?
you win all the time.
Yeah.
They're grandmas.
And like she would watch my shows, you know, like put on shows.
Right.
I know that shocks you. Like she was just down to play, you know. My mom is now a grandma. And when I see how she interacts with my niece, I'm like, who the fuck is
Who's this lady?
That's exactly what I think.
Where was this when I was this kid's age?
That happens to you too?
A little bit.
With like when you see how your mom treats Colton, you're like, oh, so you aren't a bitch always.
So he can't do anything wrong?
Okay.
Nothing?
Okay. Cool. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Weird.
Interesting.
Meemaw seems like a lot of fun.
I don't know this Meemaw person.
Meemaw seems like a blast.
But that's the point of grandparents.
Where was Meemaw in the 1980s?
Right. Well, grandparents don't have a lot of time left with their kids. They know there's a limited amount of time, and they can do whatever they want because they don't have to deal with the repercussions when that kid's an adult. Right?
It's yeah, exactly. I sent you this. My favorite thing to do right now is to comb through Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
And there was one the other day, and it was apparently such a hotly debated topic that it ended up on a bunch of news sites because a woman was mad at her mom for taking her kids at the the grandma for taking her kids to Disney.
Okay.
Yeah. But then you start like combing through the article, which listen, that is a flagrant foul. Like I feel like Disney is one of those special like
I can see where your
milestones.
As a parent, you want to be there when your kid sees Disney for the first time.
Because it's cool,
it's
right?
Cool. It's an experience.
It's magical.
For sure.
But then you start reading in the article and it's like, well, actually, she took him to EPCOT.
Okay, that's like fucking going to Walmart. Who gives a fuck?
It's not like going to Walmart.
It's not consequential in any way.
It's like going to school.
Yeah, it's not fucking, that's like going to a museum. That's like going, hey, let's go to the Smithsonian for the first time. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
That's not Disney World.
No, it's not.
So well, mom should not have been upset.
People who are like, EPCOT's my favorite park. I'm like,
how?
What?
There's no.
The rides at EPCOT, so lame.
Do they still have the Michael Jackson EO ride? Or did they take that one out?
They got
Captain
rid of
EO?
it. Yeah. They got rid of that one. Don't know why. Weird.
EPCOT.
Yeah.
Because you can drink there, right? Isn't that the thing?
You can drink around the world.
Yeah, that's the reason people like it. That's the only reason adults go to that,
there was
right?
a video that went viral a couple weeks ago, and it was this 40-year-old dude, and he was like, I'm going to go drinking around the world. And then his buddies just videotaped him passed out in the boat in Mexico. Like, he didn't make it past. If you've never drank at EPCOT.
Where his kidney's gone?
The whole back part of the park is countries.
Yeah.
You start in Mexico, and you work your way all around, and you end in Canada.
Okay.
You know? So he started in Mexico and just did not make it out of Mexico.
He never left Mexico. You start there and he
fell asleep on the boat in Mexico.
Wow,
and they were
rough.
like, you're out.
Mexico's tough.
They were like, you're out.
Wow. So that's the only reason people go to EPCOT.
It's to go drinking around the world. Yeah. And then you have your DD.
You take a child to EPCOT's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Where's Mickey?
Spaceship Earth.
No. If it was Disney World, that woman had a legit argument.
Yeah.
Not EPCOT. I'd be like, thank you for taking him to EPCOT. Because I didn't want to fucking do that.
Understand how cool the shit I'm about to do with him is.
You lowered the bar for Disney. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
He'll never want to go to Disney ever again.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh, we learned too much.
Just saved us like thousands of dollars.
I want to take my niece to Disney though. But I've already approved it where I'm like, I just want to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll help pay for some of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
How old?
Yeah, that's what we're discussing.
You have to have a certain age to take them to Disneyland.
You have to be they have to be able to remember it.
I would say if you can wait till 7, wait till 7.
Why?
You can probably do 5 or 6.
Because you can ride all the rides.
You can ride most of the rides, but you don't. Kids' memories, once they get to like 14, 15 years old, everything from like 5.
It gets erased.
It's like
they need space on the hard drive.
Yeah. It's like a hazy dream. They barely remember it.
Yeah.
And you'll have all these vivid memories of them in Disney World or Disneyland and how excited and how much fun they had. And you'll be like, hey, do you remember this? And they'll be like, no. And you're like, ugh.
Well,
I mean, it just crushes you.
I remember my first trip to Disney. Well, not my first trip to Disney, but I remember a trip to Disney.
Yeah.
And I remember it vividly because my dad had just gotten one of those smaller camcorders.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones that are really portable, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That had like the little tiny tapes.
Oh, yeah. Mini DV tapes. Yeah.
And so my dad literally filmed the insides of all the rides because he was like, I don't want to have to bring you guys back here.
Remember this.
Exactly. So whenever we'd be like, we want to go to Disney, my dad would literally just put the tape on.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And And it was from the POV of the being in
sure,
the, of the boat in the ride.
Yeah, that's just like being there.
Thunder Mountain got a little janky.
That's just like
Thunder
being
Mountain
there.
got a little janky.
Here's the men's bathroom.
Space Mountain just got...
It's black.
Was just darkness. Was just darkness and screaming.
I can't believe that was his idea, and he tried to sell you on that.
He thought it was hilarious. He thought it was hilarious. He's like, yeah. Whenever I used to ask my dad, what was your favorite ride? He'd be like, the tram to the car. There are two types of dads. Luckily, Colton got a Disney adult.
Dad, he got a Disney dad.
That's like the one place that you're actually like I've ran
It's
into
true.
at Disney, and you are a different person.
I do like it there. I don't know why.
It's your Prozac.
It really is. Because it's different. You feel like you're not part of the world.
Yeah.
You feel like you're detached from the world for a few hours.
And then you hit the parking lot.
And you're like, oh, fuck. Reality.
Oh.
I don't know.
I feel like every episode of us comes back to talking about Disney. We both should get tested.
We do. We should both get tested. And magic keys. We should get tested and magic keys.
I hear you can get a fast pass if... Oh, you know what? That is my incentive to get tested.
What? Oh, yeah. You get the DAS pass.
The DAS pass.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do it.
All right. I'm in.
You'll fucking
I'll read my
blitz through
results
the
live
lines.
on the air. We'll do a live.
Oh,
we'll do a
dude.
live, not today. I think it'll be fun. Is it time, Eddie? I see you
Yes,
prepping.
it's that
I
time.
see you getting ready. Mark, hit it.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Give me a
It's the best.
give me a new riff.
I can't because it's too awesome.
No, we need a riff.
Now we're playing Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger's 3 Florida Man headlines. 2 are real. 1 is fake. She has to prove her Floridaness and tell me which one is the fake headline. Mark's going to play along too. Here we go. Florida man arrested for sexually molesting manatee mannequin at restaurant. Florida man arrested for directing traffic while also urinating. Florida man tries to teach pet parrot to drive, crashes into donut shop.
One more time.
Florida man arrested for sexually molesting manatee mannequin at a restaurant. Florida man arrested for directing traffic while also urinating. And 3, Florida man tries to teach pet parrot to drive, crashes into donut shop.
Parrot?
2 of those happened. 1 did not yet.
I think the third one's fake.
You think the third one's fake?
I think the third one's
Mark
fake.
says number 1. Your winner and Florida man champion this week, Jen Sturger.
Woo!
She got it right.
So excited.
Florida man teaches pet parrot to drive, crashes in donut shop. Did not happen yet.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's just a matter of time.
Yes, but a Florida man did molest a manatee mannequin at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Probably a Rainforest Cafe.
I was going to ask you what restaurant. And
I think it was a
like,
Rainforest
we don't need to
Cafe.
do that. Once I heard the third one, I was like, no, that's for sure fake. Because a parrot can't drive.
No, put him on the wheel, I guess.
Yeah, but it can't 10 and 2
This
it.
doesn't
You know
have
what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a Tesla. I don't know.
Is he looking it up?
That's not what that is at all, Mark. That's not. Anyways, Eddie, where can people find you?
All the socials at Eddie Pence, or you can just go to eddiepence.com.
All the socials at Jennifer Sturger. Guys, please keep sharing us with your friends. You're doing such a good job. It's so nice to see so many of the old faces back that we used to see at
Yes.
Swings and Misses. I am so thrilled that you guys are finding us again. So please keep sharing us. Like, subscribe, do all of the things. Leave us a rating, as long as it's a good one.
5-star rating.
Yeah.
Positive text review.
Positive
Positive text
yes.
review.
Because we can't handle negative
Like and
rejection.
subscribe. Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. Till next time, I'm Jen Sturger. That's Eddie Pence. We love you. See you next time on Not Today.